In this video, we're going to practice translating word phrases to algebraic equations. So let's go over a few items that we're going to need in order to do that. What we're going to use is some keywords that translate to mathematical expressions. For example, when you see the word total, that means that we need to add. If you see the words the difference of, that means subtraction. Whenever you see the words like twice, that means to multiply by 2. Here's another. When you see the quotient of, they're asking us to divide. And of course, equals, gives, is, and was will translate into the equal sign. So let's try a few examples. So we're going to use some of the information that we've learned in the previous videos. The steps to solving equations that are giving us words and have to be translated into equations is the following. First, we have to translate the problem into an equation using the keywords that we just saw. 2, we need to still continue to find the location of the variable once we have the equation, find the operation being applied, and then apply the inverse operations. So let's begin. They're asking us to translate and solve the following. The sum of 7 and x gives 13. Let's highlight some of the keywords. We have the sum of and gives. The sum of means addition and gives is the equal sign. What they want us to add is 7 and x. So let's write that. 7 plus x, and then that equals to 13. Once we have translated the words into an equation, I'm going to notice that my variable is on the left. The operation being applied here is addition by 7. So then the opposite of addition will be subtraction. So we subtract 7 from both sides. From left to right, 7 minus 7 will be 0, leaving us with x is equal to, well, 13 minus 7 will be 6, making 6 the solution. Let's try it again. Let's find the keywords here, the difference of and is. The difference means subtraction, and is the equal sign. What they want us to find the difference of is x and 3. So let's write that. So this will be x minus 3 is equal to 18. Again, our variable is on the left. The operation being applied is subtraction by 3, and the opposite of subtraction is addition. So we add 3 to both sides. From left to right, bring down your variable. The 3 minus 3 adds up to 0. Don't lose your equal sign. And on the right side, 18 plus 3 is 21, making this the solution. Let's try it again. Let's read 2a. The number 132 is the product of negative 12 and y. Let's find the keywords. The first one is, which translates into an equal sign. And then you have the product of, which translates into multiplication. What they want us to take the product of is negative 12 and y. So let's write that. 132 equals the product of negative 12 times y. When we multiply a number and a letter, we can just skip the multiplication symbol and write them together. So it's just 132 is equal to negative 12y. Let's find the location of our variable, and that is on the right side. The operation being applied here is multiplication by negative 12. The opposite of multiplication is division, so then I'm going to divide both sides of the equal sign by negative 12. From left to right, 132 divided by 12 is 11. Because they have different signs, the 132 is positive and the 12 is negative, the result will be negative. On the right side, negative 12 divided by negative 12 will divide to 1, leaving us with 1y or just y, making this our result. Let's try it again. To be reached, the quotient of y and negative 4 is 68. The keywords here are quotient, which means division, and is, which translates into an equal sign. When you see quotient, this is a special type of division. And here they're asking us to write it as a fraction. What they're asking us to write as a quotient is y and negative 4. So let's write this. Y over negative 4 is equal to 68. Perfect. Y is on the left side. The operation being applied here was division by negative 4. And the opposite of division is multiplication. So then I'm going to multiply both sides of the equation by -4. Remember from before, these two divide out to 1, leaving us with 1y or just y. Don't forget the equal sign. Now 68 times 4 is 272, but because they have different signs, the result will be negative. So this example reads, 5 less than 3 times a number is 19. What is the number? The keywords here are less than. We have to be careful with than because that means that whatever is before and after will have to flip. The next keyword is times, and then finally is. So then we start. Because of the word then, I have to write 3 times a number first. Since I don't know which number I'm looking for, I'm going to represent it by the letter n. So this is 3 times n. From there, less translates into subtraction, and then that's 5. Is translates to equals, and then 19. So this is the equation to solve. Since my variable is on the left side and is being subtracted by 5 and multiplied times 3, I first move what is being subtracted by adding. So add 5 to both sides. From left to right, this is 3n. This goes to 0 equals 19 plus 5 will be 24. We're not done. We still have to remove the multiplication of 3. The opposite of multiplication is division. So I divide both sides by 3. 3 divided by 3 is 1, 1n or just n, and 24 divided by 3 is 8, making A the solution to this equation. In this example, they're asking us to find 3 consecutive numbers whose sum is 543. If you think of a number line, consecutive numbers are something like 1, 2, and 3. The distance between them is 1 unit. So to get from 1 to 2, I add 1. From get to 2 to 3, I add 1 more. So then the way we're going to think about this is if I want 3 consecutive numbers, but they don't tell me what number to start with, I'm going to use n to represent the first number. Because consecutive numbers are found by adding 1 more to the number we started with, then the second number will be n plus 1, and the third number will be, well, this is n plus 1, that's the previous, plus 1 more, that makes it n plus 2. Next, they want us to find the sum. That means that I'm going to add the first, plus the second, plus the third, and that's going to give us 543. Well, the first will be replaced by n, the second we replace it with n plus 1, and the third one with n plus 2. Combining like terms, we get n plus n will be 3n, and then 1 plus 2 will be 3. And now we're ready to solve our equation. From left to right, my variable is on the left and is being added 3 and multiplied by 3. So I'm going to subtract 3 first. From left to right, this is 3n. This goes to 0. And 543 minus 3 is 540. We're not done. We still have to remove this multiplication by 3, and we do that by dividing. 3 divided by 3 is 1, 1n or just n. And on the right side, 540 divided by 3 is equal to 180. But this only gives us n, and remember, n is only the first number. We need to find the 3 consecutive numbers. So if my first number is 180, the next will be 181, and the one after will be 182, making these the 3 consecutive numbers that add up to 543. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.